Hi, hello, welcome to Homeschool. This is your next important question in your arithmetic progression. If m times the mth term of an AP is equal to n times nth term, show that the m plus nth term of the AP is 0. As you know, children, understand the question, pause the video and try for a while. Okay, if you are able to do, it's very good. If you don't know, just see the video, play the video, and again do without seeing later. Let's read up to here. If m times the mth term of an AP, given m times the mth term. What do you mean by mth term? How can we write this in an AP? Nth term means an, right? Similarly, mth term means am. You need to understand. M times the mth term. How can I write this? M times mth term, I write it with am, is equal to, later we equate, n times the nth term. N times the nth term. Similarly, you can write this n times nth term. And what did they ask? Show that the m plus nth term of the AP is 0. Show that m plus nth term means I can write it as m plus n is equal to 0. We need to prove this. Okay. Now let's equate these two. M times mth term is equal to n times nth term. M times mth term, n times nth term is equal to given. So equal to symbol here. As we all know, what do we know, children? We know an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Similarly, you can write this one m into am. Instead of n, you think of m. Am is equal to a plus, wherever you have n, write m. A plus m minus 1 into d. A plus m minus 1 into d is equal to n times an. As you know, an is nothing but a plus n minus 1 into d. Multiply this one, m into a ma plus m into m minus 1 into d is equal to n into a na plus n into n minus 1 into d. Let's multiply this one. Ma plus m into m square minus m into 1 m into d is equal to na plus n into n square plus into minus n into 1 n into d. Now again you multiply d. Ma plus m square d plus into minus m into d md is equal to na plus n square into d n square d plus into minus n into d will be nd. This problem we can do in many ways. Either here itself you can convert into different method, or you can split like this and then you can bring all the terms to one side and then you can solve. Bring all those this side. Ma, I take na this side, minus na plus m square d and take this n square d other side plus n square d if it is transposed minus n square d minus md and this minus nd bring this side plus nd is equal to 0. Now you can see here in these two a is common. In these two d is common. In these two again d is common. Right? So let us take out common. If you take out here common a, if you take a common, m minus n is left. And here if you take out d common, m square minus n square into d. And here similarly, if you take out d common, when your sign is minus at the starting, what happens? M, and this plus n becomes minus n into d equal to 0. Understand here carefully. And now, look here. We can remember if identity. What is that? A square minus b square. Do you remember, children? Let me write the identity here. We know a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Let us apply this formula here. M minus n into a plus a square minus b square can be written as m plus n into m minus n into d minus m minus n into d is equal to 0. Now in all these three, what is common? M minus n is common. Let's take out m minus n common. If m minus 1 is taken out common, you are left with a plus m minus n into d minus d is left, right? Is equal to 0. This m minus n transpose other side, multiple if it goes other side, divide. 0 by anything will be 0. Let me write this as a plus. Again in these two, observe here children, d is common. Let me take out d common. M minus n minus nothing there. If you take out d common, that doesn't mean that you leave that sign. No. You need to take here minus 1. If d is taken out common, you need to write here 1 is equal to 0. Can you proceed further? No, I cannot proceed. But what we need to prove? Show that am plus nth term is 0. Okay, what is am plus n, children? Look here. Let us apply in the formula. A plus, wherever you have n, you substitute m plus n. An is equal to a plus n minus 1, right? But whereas your n value is m plus n minus 1 into d. This equal to 0, you need to prove. Observe here, the same thing we have proved, right? Therefore, I write it as, therefore, am plus nth term is equal to 0. We cannot do further than think a little. What did they ask? They asked us to prove m plus nth term is 0. That means am plus n is equal to 0. Okay. Once again, let's have a recap here. M times mth term is equal to n times nth term. Prove that m plus nth term is equal to 0. M times mth term, n times nth term. Equate these two and apply nth term formula. That is am, a plus m minus 1 into d. An, a plus n minus 1 into d. Remove from brackets. Bring all the terms one side. Take out common. Here you can see an identity a square minus b square, that is a plus b into a minus b. Now after applying the identity, you can see in the three terms m minus n is common. Take out common, send other side, it will become 0. Then you are left with a plus m minus n minus 1 into d is equal to 0. That is nothing but a m plus n is equal to 0. Therefore, m plus nth term is 0. Thank you.